Welcome back. You are hanging out with us here tonight for the ADBA Open Finals on the PlayStation side of things. I am Made in India, hanging out with the one and only, got a guest commentator on tonight, Demon JT. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm just taking a much-needed break, protecting my mental. It was a long 6 months to not get drafted. So will I be back? Who knows? But in the meantime, I'm just here watching these young cats go at it.
It should be a fun little series that we've got here. KingsWorld, for those of you just tuning in, he won last night on the Xbox side of things. He was down 1-0 in the best of three, and then his team came back against C4 and had a little bit of a reverse sweep, if you will, as that one's going to be stolen, going the other way. Quick 5-2 lead, and before the fame is down by 3.
I thought he was a popper out. He walked back. He walked back like he had it in him.
What are you a fan of the 5-out, or are you more like a pick and roll type of guy?
I feel like pick and roll is just what everybody should lean towards, since it's, most people who play this want to be in the league. And the league hasn't been 5-out since season 2, and we're now in season 5.
Yeah.
So, if that's the place you want to go, you should not only know how to run a pick and roll, but if you're off ball, know how to exist in a pick and roll offense.
That's a nice shot there by mine, but I agree with you. For me, it's kind of like, I just want variety. I want to load up, nice 3 there from the left side. I want to be like, hey, this team plays this type of offense, which is different than the opponent they played last time. So let's see how the strategy works out. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't necessarily get that. You get that a little bit, but not as exclusively, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. It's just how this game is built strictly. I feel like it's built for pick and roll, with a game with a badge like Mismatch Expert, where you just, as a PG or a shooting guard, you can hit just literal crack against taller defenders. It's like no reason not to make, people actually play defense. And that's why you see things like 2-man and just many different things, because this game is strategically built on taking just these in-between shots that just aren't good any other year. But this year, those in-betweens are green. You green 25s, you green 30s, green 20s. You green it all, which is just like, that's the game, and that's just a good blitz, a good ball hand. You got to just go the other way. Sometimes when you're too patient with that inbound, you let them get in a position they want to be in.
I mean, shit, I couldn't green with the Zen on, so I don't know what that's like. But quick 12-2 lead here. Quick 10-point deficit as well. Yeah, he was open in that left. He missed him a little bit.
Yeah, but he was in a bad spot. He should have been deeper in the corner. It kind of messed him up.
What are your thoughts on 3v3 this year? I
feel like it's a thing that they were missing. It's the biggest part of the game. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was a huge implement. Like, it's the biggest community. It does take the least amount of skill, in my opinion, because it's on the lowest setting. But at the same time, it's more fun. It's more just, it's quick. It's a 21, Yeah. So it's just watching it when it's strictly competitive is fun. I played in the tourney right before the draft. That was fun. Lost the Warriors game. Hezi, Antoine. I'm just like, these dudes are nice, but it was just fun to compete in a more simplistic setting against some of the best in the world.
If you get the opportunity, would you go ahead and create a 3v3 team, or?
If I get the opportunity and I can realistically win, I would gladly play. If I'm just playing for,
at least you're realistic about it.
If I'm playing with a YMCA participation team, I will just watch and be a lovely fan. I don't do participation trophies. Benzo is the biggest troll I know.
That man's in the chat hanging out.
He always does that. Like, he's the only one I've ever seen do it.
CB13 does that. I think he's one of the first league players that I saw in the chat. And he'll come in the fourth quarter when the game's somewhat already decided. Whether he's winning or losing, he'll be in the chat while he's playing as well.
Yeah,
nice pass back there for a 3.
He'll do it from tip to finish. He doesn't care. Like, I just want to know how he does it.
I mean, you got to take advantage of those multiple monitors, man.
Oh, man. How does he do it and play a pivotal role? It's not like he's doing nothing on the court.
Ugly air ball there by Jolo.
Good pass, good break. This game is ugly very early. Very early.
Definitely an ugly start.
Y'all need it.
Now, when you're down like this, 25, you've been a player on the league side and on Pro-Am. What are you telling your team if you're KingsWorld right now? You're down 15 in a blink of an eye.
basketball is simply a game of runs, one play at a time. And a WR20, the last shot, me sees unguardable deeds in Hezzy. We were down 25 and we came back and won the game.
Oh,
Like
wow.
game's not over until it's over. So if you want to, not play and not give it, you'll all quit. It's no reason to waste our time. But if you're down 15 with a minute left in the first, it's so much game left. This game is a game of runs. All it takes is a couple turnovers, a couple bad shots that you green, and it's a whole different game. Like it's just keep your head on, hoop, fight.
Yeah,
If you don't have
especially
fight, quit.
if you cut the deficit each quarter down by six, you're right back in it. It's only a 13-point ball game. So I definitely agree with that. We will absolutely get you guys to listen in to Before the Fame in the second quarter. Swings have been
Jolo.
Greatly contested thus far.
He was one of the better undrafted power forwards.
Jolo, yep.
Yeah.
Definitely fell for Merck. I mean, that was the highlighted one, if you will. And obviously Idris as well.
Just my personal opinion.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I feel like Merck was a more standout power forward last year. I feel like
I've heard that a few times.
I feel like this year he was, of course, still a good power forward, but playing power forward, I can tell you, we were all just like in the same bunch. It was really who was the best fit.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you saying he was a snub last year, but not this year?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Hey.
Correct.
I respect
a snub
it. I respect
this year at power forward to me would be like D-Hugs.
Yeah.
That's a snub. He went to Vegas, dominated. Pre-draft, he won. Like he checked all the boxes.
I felt for him.
He checked all the boxes, had a good amount of interviews. Everybody called him good vibes. He's known as a good guy. So what's the excuse? Everybody talks about, ooh, this was year of fit. How does D-Hugs not fit your team? He was a vibes guy, right? He's a great player, right? So what's wrong with him?
Like, he definitely he had his number called and he stepped up when needed for the Hornets. Obviously, Crown played phenomenal, so it's tough to dethrone him at the 4th spot. But I agree, he definitely did his thing in Vegas, especially when he is down and he's talking all that smack, just like that jam, young fella. Woo!
Nah.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull the plug and say your internet cut out.
If I'm a guard back on D against him again, he got the dunk. I'm good on that.
Yeah. I'm intentionally fouling, if anything. I'm like, take the free throw. I don't even care. Try to reach there. Yeah.
That's power forward life. Take that one bad step and reach with it. Now you're out to play.
And that's the thing. I'm glad the whole L2 situation was removed, obviously, a while back, because now you get those power forwards that are trying to be aggressive. They're trying to be cute. But if you, like you said, you reach a little too early, you're out of this play. Easy dot to the left corner for the 3.
Yeah, the craziest part about the L2 still that people just didn't say enough, it wasn't just making you hit a button. It moved you. You could be a little off in a sweet spot and it would suck you back into the lane and make you steal it. Like that's what made it so crazy, because it moved you. People weren't always in the right spot, but it moved you when you were a little off and it made you steal it. So now we have to have
I'm not gonna lie, they're playing volleyball out here with all these tip passes, and eventually they got the steal to run it back for the easy bucket. 16-point ball game. We promised you guys a listen in, so that's exactly what we're going to give you. Coach Jay, if we can go ahead and get a listen in, if they're talking and communicating on Before the Fame.
They're under 10. Just we're good.
We're
We're
gonna
good.
get
Just keep fighting.
stops.
Make them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
fine.
hasn't done nothing in half court. Like we good. We're good. We're good. We
Guard your
comfortable.
man. Five, please. Just five, Jolo, please.
Oh, that's my fault.
Good,
Pushing
good.
our back.
Give me middle. Yep.
What the way I'm gonna go?
It's just
Fuck it, we'll take it.
Come on. Get your
Corner.
ass back.
corner.
Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
Fuck.
Let's go. Let's go here. I got your help if you need. Come on.
Flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass backs or
Back
something. Good extra.
Good shot, boy. Good action. Come on. It's
Keep
under
backing
10
this
now.
shit,
Come
bro.
on.
Come on.
Another run.
They are
Come on.
not
Make a
good.
push.
They just front run.
Make a push. Make a push. Make a
Yeah,
push.
got
Come
him,
on.
I'm going to ball. Stay.
This
stay,
middle.
stay.
This middle.
He'll throw the slip.
There we go.
Go.
Listen. Good.
Go on, I need you on the mic here, though.
Glizzy's
We down. I need
Glizzy's
you on the mic for
gonna
me.
play pick and roll good. Claude's gonna do whatever, but Glizzy will throw the slip.
No. But no, yeah.
So
don't
if
go
anything, but
just stack that shit late every time.
Yeah. But I need scoring on the mic there, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just the way.
Hey.
do it.
Fuck.
That was wild.
Jolo.
He was trying
I thought he was Jolo. I was about to
That's
hit
the
Jolo.
ball every time he get it. I thought he was gonna pass.
Yeah, that's good. We're good.
I can play that slip on there too, Jolo.
Yeah,
You threw that shit quick as fuck.
No, yeah, but I blitz middle, so I'm not gonna be on the ball. Like, I mean,
Right.
like, it's just easier for me to run to the wing. If anything, Kings could go earlier and make scoring more comfortable dropping.
Fuck, bro. I just keep getting these bump enemies.
You're good.
Boy,
Jolo.
X,
Stop
X,
shooting
X.
free. Nice.
You should have went.
You're fine.
Hold on.
Get in front.
My steals. What the?
I racing the fucking to the store.
13, bro.
That catch was so ass. Should have shot the
X.
fade, man.
No. Shot.
Stop.
10. Come on. Just make us a half court game. They're not good. They're not good.
No, let's go.
We're gonna get stops. I'm good. Play straight up. Give me that.
Good day.
What's up, bro? Come on. It's Claude, bro.
What's up? Corner switch.
got a back
Corner
door.
switch.
I'm
Go.
going, bro. You threw a little early, but it's cool.
Good shot.
Shot.
Good shot. Come on. Hey.
Back. No
I'm
press.
gonna
No
get y'all
press. No
stops.
press.
I'm gonna get y'all stops.
Got Glizzy.
Stay.
Damn.
He missed.
I thought you ran
We
it.
back in this
I thought
shit.
you ran it.
Come on, bro.
Good shit.
I thought you ran
As
that.
long as we make
They're
this a
gonna
half court
front
game,
row.
we're good. Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna front run when they like we know this, bro.
I think we get ball.
I'm not sure. So we can have a game. Make Claude beat us. We're good.
I ain't got King in there. Bad hoops.
That's what I'm moving.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I
Cut.
can set that screen too.
Shot.
Shot.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna get you another stop. Hey, Stun, just press Glizzy, bro. Just on your. That's your only. No, move.
Yeah, don't let.
I got
Yeah,
you.
we don't want
Make this
Glizzy
nigga
to
beat
have-
us.
Yeah, we don't want Glizzy to have-
It's terrible. I'm middle.
Oh,
Jump.
I heard that shit way too late.
You good, bro?
Don't force a side either, though. Like he wasn't even up the court
I
yet.
did-
Like,
You
see
good,
what he
you
doing?
good,
No,
you
not
good,
your
you
Jolo,
good,
not
you
your
good,
Jolo
you
King.
good.
Oh, okay, Marking. All right. You know, I was just playing up where you look like
Nah,
you
that's
were.
cool. We
Yeah.
move on.
Cut Jolo.
Good call.
Hey.
Yep, come on.
Deny Glizzy.
Yep. Make him keep the ball, bro.
Mhm.
Put it down.
I got stunned, bro.
Go.
Like, that's so...
Yeah, way to stay on that, Scoring. Way to stay on that.
Like, bro, that's so fucking corny. I already know this kid went to the fucking
We're
quick
good,
slip.
come on.
43-35 is your score with about 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Who in game 2 last night on the Xbox side had about a 30 burger through 3 quarters. Now he's 2 for 3, only 5 points, and his team is now looking at a deficit here. What do you think they needs to change for before the fame here in the second half?
He simply just needs to back up. He's playing way too fast. He needs to slow down and play, just his game. Like, just actually hoop. Like, it's a game. They're down 6. Their defense is cool, to be honest. You just got to find ways to just keep scoring with these guys because they're doing what they're supposed to do on defense, but their offense has kept them close, but they could be winning at this point. But now they're, abusing the matchups. Like, damn, Jolo, he keeps cutting on Claude. I don't know why they haven't switched that yet and just lived with, the big being on the non-triangle side. I mean, the non-king side. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, at some point, the cuts have to stop, but they're not adjusting, so we'll see. That's a bad reach by KingsWorld, and that's a great foul by Jolo to bail him out.
That's a high IQ play. Turnovers is definitely something that we're going to have to keep an eye on for BTF, as they had 6 coming into the second half. They can score the rock, like you said, but you got to have the ball in order to do so. So turnovers, got to limit those.
But Glizzy's not the best passer. They still scored, though.
Yeah, Jolo couldn't defend that one much. You've got Mai here with badge, down 7. About 2:45 left in the third quarter. Takes a shot. Not a good one.
What I say? Playing too fast. Playing too fast. He has badge, and that's what he settles for. He's playing too fast. Like, take your time. Like, it's a non-lock on you. Take your time.
Passes to Jolo, who's going to take a shot right over the little fella.
But do you see what I mean now?
They haven't switched it.
They're picking on Claude, and they haven't switched it. Switch the matchup, bro.
Yeah, that's about 3 possessions where they picked on the little fella. Trading 3s for 2s at the moment, and the deficit is now 6. Mai still has badge here in the third. This is game 1 of the best of 3 series between these two teams.
See, he doesn't sit deep enough in the corner, and it shows.
You still got Jolo there. You still got the
Claude
mismatch. Excuse me.
On Jolo. They're living with it.
Now they switched it. Now they switched it.
Yeah. But I feel like it's only switched now because of the inbound.
Yeah, but very true. Very true, because that's where the computer responded.
Mid-range. He didn't take it. They probably won't score. When you don't take open shots, you most likely don't score.
Mai with the fadeaway shot definitely did not score there.
That's how it goes.
Trading buckets is that
with the shot.
Is a 5-point swing. Didn't take the midi, -2, gave up a 3, and that's
it's a turnover off the inbound. That's how momentum goes. That's all 2K is. That's why I said it's never over. It's 2 plays off it, just you losing all momentum.
Oh, I thought he could have taken the shot earlier. Dots the right, takes the shot,
greens by Jolo, but it's a great pass by Claude. I don't know if Claude still uses openness, but I know if he did, I'm not leaving the corner.
All right, so let's talk about it. What are your 2 cents as we've got about 1:20 left in the third, 12-point deficit? If you're playing post-draft and money's on the line, you got openness on or not? No,
I've never used openness. It's just in me to icon a pass. Like, I've tried it, back in 2K, what was it, 19, I want to say, when I played my team. When I ran 5 out, I tried to use it, and it never made the right pass for me. So I'm like, it's useless. I'm not using it no more.
I hear you. I use directional passing, and everyone's like, oh, you use openness. I'm like, did you see the turnover I just made? Like, I don't think openness would have done that. But
directional's not openness, but it's closer to openness than default is.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about it.
Great
yeah,
shot.
but like I'll literally use, like I'll do skip pass and use directional. Like that's usually what I play with. But then obviously sometimes I make the right reads. But, you've got now Claude with badge trying to take advantage of nobody down low. Forget a mismatch. Being guarded by Casper, and the deficit climbs up to 13.
See, that might be that openness. He might still use it, so that big don't want to drop. But who knows?
Man down. Jolo with the cut. Comes back for the 3. Point guard can't get it to him. Dots the left hash. Nothing there.
That StunStun has to make a read there.
Jolo with another shot.
Jolo is trying his best. Putting him on the back. He is trying. He is fighting.
Yeah, my bad, Boxy. I didn't see the chat. But, yeah, it is Demon JT hanging out with us here tonight. Since Harris decided to move to the Sunshine State, he's on the road.
Admiral Mac, what you talking about? Why you say that? I'm just curious. And on the actual action, no comment.
Shout out to Dietrich. Hanging out with us from Indy, and that shot's not going to go.
I thought I heard people call him JP, and I always wonder why.
Jolo?
Yeah.
Is his last name P?
I don't know. That's why I said I never knew.
Dietrich, why do you call him JP? And by the way,
Sweet
it is
spot.
Team Takeover. So any comeback opportunity just got that much tougher for Before the Fame here in game 1.
Definitely tougher.
Center
All
down
they're
low,
doing
wide
is
open.
making them make reads. They just have to make the right ones.
Hey, when you've got openness on, allegedly, not my words. Those are Demon's words. Makes your job a
he
little bit
just
easier.
used to run it. I don't know if he still runs it, but see, he could run it all he wants. He still knows how to score. Like, people sleep on how well he can score when he's in his bag. Like, Claude's one of the best on the game when he wants to be. I promise. That's why when Seldom dropped that list earlier that had the top post-draft point guards and Claude wasn't on it, it was laughable.
I hear you. It looks like JP is or are his initials, right? Or
Double
Claude.
Green. Yeah,
Deep
see.
shot.
When you got team, all that trapping, you can't trap with team.
So then what would you do in a team when a team take over a situation like this? Obviously, they're down 17. Chances are very, very low. But like, say it's a tight game. The other team has team take. How are you running your defense to limit points?
If anything, I'm trying to bait with the power forward. Tell him I lock the running guard off the 3 and bait with my power forward and just shrink the court, not off the wing though. Off the wing, he can sit where he wants up here.
Like from the weak side?
Like, yeah, like look how far he is. Like, look, just really shrink the court everywhere but his hash. His hash, he can sit wherever he wants with double limitless. It's that easy. Let's see. Here come my
Gotta
decks.
get something up. An ugly shot. Offensive board, no. Gets it by the
All right,
defense.
14, big possession. That's a great foul.
That is a great foul. 14-point deficit. About 3:03 left to go in this game 1.
Look at Benzo.
Yep, still hanging out with us in the chat.
Oh,
I mean, hey, when you're up
let's see.
14,
That's he broke his back. That was a great quick stop. He just broke his back.
yeah, couldn't get the job
Another
done there.
great foul. I give it a couple more possessions, but that was big for the mental. Down 11, almost 3 minutes left if he hits that.
Instead, it's going to be Claude who gets the 3 instead.
That's huge.
73-56.
That's huge.
16 points for Claude. 9 assists, I believe. Almost a double-double.
Don't shoot that. So he's just not. He just has to play his game. They're just playing way too fast, and that 3 will do it. You can hang him up.
Just like that. They heard what
I
you
told
said.
you can hang him up.
And hanging him up is exactly what they're going to do, as it's going to be execution that takes game 1 in this best-of-3 series between these two teams. But hey, last night before the Fame, they were down 1-0 against C4.